Hello, dear friends. Welcome to India Astro. I am Jyotish Acharya Naina from Team Pandit Punarvasu, and today we are going to discuss about Mahadashas. Mahadashas are time periods that create a particular pattern in your life. Whichever planet's Mahadasha you're going through currently is definitely impacting your life, and there is a particular nature of every planet, and according to its nature there are some particular impact that a person experiences in a particular Mahadasha. The Mahadasha we are referring to is Vimshottari Mahadasha. So there are different dasha periods in Vedic astrology, and all of them work differently. But in the current times, Vimshottari Mahadasha is said to be the most accurate. In the astrology texts, in the classical books, it is mentioned that Vimshottari Mahadasha is the one that will apply to everybody consistently. Therefore, astrologers these days follow Vimshottari Mahadasha only, and as a secondary opinion, other Mahadashas are seen, but Vimshottari Mahadasha is kept fixed and it is always referred to while looking at your birth chart. So, if you're going through ups and downs in life, or whether you are going to a very good period in your life, all success and fame is coming to you, it is all because of the Mahadasha that is going on. If the Mahadasha that is going on is of a favorable planet, a planet that is naturally positive in nature and also sitting in a good position, then that particular Mahadasha will bring you a lot of success along with peace of mind. It will bring you all kinds of happiness. However, if a Mahadasha is of a malefic planet that is in a good position, then that Mahadasha will bring struggles, but success will also come through those struggles because the planet is positively placed. In a similar way, if a Mahadasha is of a planet which is benefic in nature, however, its placement is very weak, in that case, the planet itself becomes weak, and in some cases, it may also happen that the planet is the owner of the sixth house, eighth house, or the 12th house that usually cause troubles. So, in this case, also the Mahadasha becomes unfavorable. However, since the planet is normally benefic in nature, the degree of troubles will be less, unless that benefic planet is also being aspected by multiple malefic planets. So these are extreme cases. Otherwise, a Mahadasha of benefic planets is usually good unless the planet is very, very afflicted. So the proper analysis of chart is always required. Now, in the last case, if the planet is malefic in nature and is also very badly placed in the chart, in that case, the Mahadasha of that planet may prove to be really fatal. It may cause all kinds of troubles. It may bring financial distress. It may bring health related issues and troubles related to the houses that planet is connected with. So, nevertheless, all Mahadashas of all planets have a particular outcome based on the nature of that planet, and today that is what we are going to discuss. For example, Mahadasha of malefic planet Saturn, no matter where it is placed, no matter how well it is placed, it is always said to be a little tough. That is because Saturn itself is a planet related with pain, a planet related with delays. So, no matter, even if you have an exalted Saturn in your chart, as soon as Saturn Mahadasha hits, you will start facing delays, you will start facing pain, you will start facing obstacles, especially in your career. So, same way, other planets also behave, and let us see in detail how each and every Mahadasha works. Now, one more thing needs to be noticed here. Mahadasha is a time period that influences a person over a longer span of time. Mahadasha can be somewhere between 6 years to 20 years. So, if a particular Mahadasha is going on, there will be different sub periods within that Mahadasha, and those sub periods are known as Antardashas. So, within a good Mahadasha, there can be some bad sub periods, and within a bad Mahadasha, there can be some good sub periods. That is why there are always ups and downs in your life. There is never a bad time that goes on like forever, and there's never a good time that goes on forever. It always is up and down, some good news, some bad news, some struggles, and some things just happen on their own. So that's how life works. This is because of the pattern of Mahadasha and Antardasha. However, you will notice that sometimes we say that okay, in past 10 years I made a lot of growth, or these past few years were really good. But even though there could be some 6 month period within that past 10 years that may not have gone well, right? So that is the difference between Mahadasha and Antardasha. Mahadasha is an overview of a larger period of time and gives you a collective idea of how the next few years are going to be. Whereas Antardasha talks about smaller sections of time, and every Mahadasha does have different Antardashas. So let's talk in detail about each and every Mahadasha. Mahadashas are of 9 different planets. So Rahu Ketu, Sun, Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, all these planets have their Mahadashas, and the time period of these Mahadashas are different. For each planet, there's a different number of years. So let's talk about Moon Mahadasha first. Moon Mahadasha is for 10 years. Moon is the most important planet in your birth chart, and wherever Cancer sign is placed in your birth chart, Moon owns that house. So whenever Moon Mahadasha will come, that house will get activated, and events related to that house will actively take place. So usually Moon is the Karaka of your emotions. Moon is deeply connected with your subconscious mind. It is connected with your soul, it is connected with your thoughts, and it is connected with your mother. It has a very, very maternal nature. It has a cooling impact. When you see in the daytime, the weather could be hot, but as soon as the night occurs, the temperature always drops by a few degrees. Why? That is because Moon is cold, or Moon represents coldness, coolness. So it is said to be a cool planet, and it works accordingly. Moon also rules over all the water, including the food, because food also contains some quantity of water. So all the eatables in this world and all the water bodies in this world are controlled by Moon directly or indirectly. This is why Moon has so much impact on human beings, because humans are made up of 70% of water. So now when Moon Mahadasha hits, first of all, there is an emotional roller coaster that happens. As we see, Moon sometimes becomes full, sometimes it's half, sometimes it's lesser than that, sometimes it vanishes. So Moon usually has so many different phases. Just like that, our mood also has different phases. So these fluctuations increase during Moon Mahadasha. You start missing your family if you're living away from them, or even if you're living with them, you become very, very overly attached with your family members. If you're living separate, you will find yourself putting big pictures of your family in your house. You will also have a lot of childhood memories. The memories will keep coming back to you, and you will start missing those childhood days. Also, you will see that you have a really deep craving for mother's love during this time. So you will find yourself more connected with your mother, and she will also miss you a lot during the Moon Mahadasha. Moon also represents food. So This Mahadasha is going to make you foodie. Therefore, you may also gain a little bit of weight. Moon is also your subconscious mind, so therefore you may have a lot of vivid dreams during this period. If your sleeping cycle is not good, it's not healthy, then this Mahadasha will also give you adverse effects. Because in order to have a healthy moon, it is important for you to sleep on time and wake up on time. So, in case you're not doing that, then this moon Mahadasha is bound to give you some adverse impact, because irregular sleep cycle afflicts your moon. Even if it is very well placed in your birth chart, but your habits also impact the planets a lot. In case you have an afflicted moon in your chart, then you will find yourself crying a lot during this Mahadasha. You will tear up on small things. Could be emotional, could be some kind of frustration that will come out, because your emotions have become more sensitive and your emotional side is basically become more active during this period. So in order to control this, you must meditate every day, at least for 10 minutes. And whenever there is a full moon night, you must take a long walk, or you can even practice full moon meditation. Also, you must not waste water during this period. Do have a good relationship with your mom and your mother-in-law as well. Any lady who is the age of your mom becomes important during Moon Mahadasha, and you must establish a peaceful relation with them. Since Moon is the fastest planet in your birth chart, it also represents traveling. Moon is a planet that crosses one sign within 2.5 days, and no other planet can do that. So, Moon likes speed, and Moon doesn't like to be stagnant. It doesn't like to stop. It likes to keep moving, because when water becomes stagnant, it starts to smell. So, if the water keeps moving, it stays fresh. Same way, if you move a lot, if you take long walks every night, or if you travel a lot, then your moon becomes healthy. So this becomes a remedy for moon, that in case you're currently going through your moon Mahadasha and you're noticing that things are not going well, things are not working in your favor, you should travel, and travel to a place where there is a huge water body. That will charge your moon positively, and it will start giving you benefit results. Now let's talk about Sun Mahadasha. Sun is the leader in your birth chart. Sun is the one that shows your ego. Sun is your father, and Sun is your soul. So when Sun Mahadasha hits, you take very important decisions in your life. You usually have a strong relationship with your dad during this period if the Sun is well placed. In case Sun is not well placed, in case it is afflicted, then you may have a lot of arguments with your dad also during this period. Sun Mahadasha is excellent for your career growth. It is excellent to give you fame. It is excellent to give you recognition. So all those people who are into social media or mass media, or anybody who's an influencer, or anybody who needs some kind of fame in order to do well in their career, this Sun Mahadasha period is excellent for them. For other people also, Sun will bring you to an authoritative position as soon as the Mahadasha hits. And even if the Sun is not well placed, still it will give you an opportunity, and it will also increase your immunity. So, if you are not doing well health wise, then during Sun's Mahadasha, you may find yourself doing better, because Sun will help you increase your immunity. It will boost your immune system, and therefore you will start feeling better. It will also energetically charge you, and you may feel less lazy, especially if you wake up early in the morning. The most important thing to make your Sun healthy is to wake up early in the morning. You can also do yogic practices or exercise in the morning. Go for a long walk in the sunlight. absorb some vitamin D. Because if the sun is afflicted in your chart, then during Sun Mahadasha, you will find yourself with low vitamin D for sure. So, in case your vitamin D is less, it is a clear-cut sign that Sun is not doing well in your birth chart. So, you must take a long walk during sunrise time. Basically, you need to expose yourself to the early morning daylight. That is the best practice to make your sun healthy, because sun wants consistency from you, sun wants discipline from you, and waking up early in the morning is the very first thing that you can do to show that you're disciplined. If you wake up early, you will get all the things done on time because you'll have a lot of time. If you wake up late, you lose so many precious hours where you could have been very productive. So basically, Sun Mahadasha helps you increase your productivity, and it also helps you achieve greater heights in your career. If Sun is really well placed in your chart, you will make some influential connections. You will meet some people who will have a lot of power and authority, and those connections will help you grow in life. In case you're going through your Sun Mahadasha and things are not going the way you planned them to be, or the way I'm telling you they should, then it is obvious that the Sun is afflicted in your chart, and here are a few remedies for you. First of all, whenever there is an event, go and sit in the first row. Never be a backbencher, because sitting in the first row shows your confidence, and Sun is closely connected with your confidence level. So do all the exercises that you can do to boost your confidence. The next thing that you need to do is fix your relationship with your boss and your father. If that happens, Sun will automatically become better. And the very last thing that you need to do is be morally correct. If you're morally correct, then your soul will be happy, and Sun is closely connected to your soul as well. So if you listen to your inner voice, and if you don't take shortcuts, if you follow the path of morality, then no matter what placement of Sun you have, your Mahadasha is going to make you excel in life. If I have not mentioned this earlier, Sun Mahadasha is 6 years long. Now let's talk about Mars Mahadasha. Mars Mahadasha is a 7-year long period. Mars is the army general in the birth chart. So Mars is closely connected with your energy. Mars is closely connected with how active you are, and it shows your confidence also, just like the Sun, but it also shows your enthusiasm, your passion. So the very first thing that you need to know for Mars is that if you are overweight, that means your Mars is afflicted. And if you're physically fit, that means your Mars is doing well, because Mars also impacts your metabolism. And if Mars is good, then metabolism will be good, and then weight gain should not happen. So this is the first remedy for Mars also. If you start exercising, if you go to gym every day, or if you do any other kind of physical workout every day, your Mars becomes much better. Now, if you're under Mars Mahadasha, there are a few things that happen. You may take impulsive decisions because Mars shows speed. And in this speed, you will gain enthusiasm, you will gain excitement to do things, and your laziness will also go away. You will find yourself more energetic. But if this thing comes in your decision making, then that it could be a problem, because when the decision making becomes too fast and it becomes rushed, then sometimes the decisions may not be right. So you can be very active physically, but while taking decisions during Mars Mahadasha, you must think twice. And rash decisions always backfire during Mars Mahadasha. You should note that. If Mars is well placed in your chart, it will help you heal, it will help you get a lot of promotions, it will help you excel in your career. It will also bring a lot of passion in your life, and you will become more romantic, you will become more inclined towards your partner. That is when Mars is positive. However, If Mars is negatively placed, then this passion may turn into aggression, and there must be a lot of arguments, even heated arguments. There could even be physical fights for some people when the Mars placement is really aggressive, especially if Mars is debilitated. Also, some of you may feel underconfident if Mars is debilitated or depressed. Mars, if it is not well placed, it may also lead to frustration. Your patience level decreases and your expenses increases, especially if Mars is placed in your 12th house, or if Mars owns the 12th house. Then it may even make you do a lot of shopping without even thinking about your budget. So there are a few remedies that you can do for Mars. First of all, you can plant neem trees, or even planting any tree would work, because Mars is the son of Earth, according to mythological tales. So if you take care of Earth, then Mars automatically becomes happy in your chart. So the more you plant trees, the more you avoid littering, the more you respect Mother Earth, the Mars will automatically give good results. Also, second thing, take a short walk after every meal that you have to avoid laziness, because a good Mars means no laziness. And the last remedy for Mars is tip your barber or tip your security guard very, very generously, because these people represent Mars in your life. And if you want to make your Mars give better results to you, you must tip them generously and keep them satisfied. Now let's talk about Jupiter Mahadasha. Jupiter is the teacher in your chart, and Jupiter is the most benefic planet. So Jupiter Mahadasha ideally should go really well, and it must give you a lot of things, a lot of result of good karmas from your past lives. However, it is seen that for some people Jupiter Mahadasha doesn't go as well as expected. So there may be a few reasons for that. First, the reason could be that Jupiter is retrograde. So retrograde Jupiter doesn't give that much of a positive result as compared to a normal Jupiter. However, the aspects of retrograde Jupiter would still be positive. The second thing could be that Jupiter is really afflicted or really weak. Otherwise, if these two things are not the case, then Jupiter Mahadasha should ideally go really well, and it must bring you a lot of luck, lot of abundance, and even worldly pleasures and your mental peace also. Jupiter is the one planet that not only fulfills your worldly wishes but also give you mental peace along with it. No other planet does that. Venus may help you attain luxury. Rahu may help you attain career success. It may help you attain a lot of wealth. However, Jupiter is the only one that gives you mental peace and mental clarity. It will also make you spiritually inclined. It will also help you enhance your knowledge bank. It will help you respect others. It will help you gain morality, and it will help you become a better person. So it's a really great package deal. If you're having Jupiter Mahadasha in your life, if it is about to come, then you must know that this dasha may initially be a little tough. That is because it falls right after Rahu Mahadasha, and in Rahu Mahadasha, people tend to make a lot of mistakes. So when those mistakes become corrected, the initial Jupiter Mahadasha times sometimes become a little rough. However, as the middle part of the dasha comes, this dasha starts giving excellent results, especially if a person is morally correct. An excellent thing about Jupiter Mahadasha is you may find a mentor, or you may find really good advice during this time. And if you actually take this advice, you are going to get a lot of benefit out of it. So you meet a lot of teachers, you meet a lot of mentors, you meet a lot of people who are ready to support you unconditionally. The only thing that you have to do is recognize and accept this help. Also, Jupiter is the karaka of your luck. So your luck factor will increase. So There are some things in life that you will achieve even without working for them, purely through your luck. Especially if Jupiter is placed in the ninth house or if Jupiter is exalted in your chart. In that case, the luck factor becomes even more better. So, whenever Jupiter Mahadesha comes, there are a few things that you must keep in mind. First of all, you have to be morally correct. If you are morally correct, then only Jupiter Mahadasha will activate benefits for you, otherwise not. The second thing that you need to do is be really good towards your teachers and be really respectful towards your elders. That is the really important thing for Jupiter Mahadasha. You can also give charity occasionally, and doing any kind of good deeds pays off really well during this Mahadasha. So, this Mahadasha comes in your life to make you a better person, and you must take advantage of this time and make your life so much better. In case Jupiter is afflicted in your chart or has a really bad placement, in that case you may start craving for sweets a lot, and you may also gain weight. Jupiter is connected to your liver, to your stomach, so you may also face stomach ailments. You may face things like indigestion. If this is happening in your Jupiter Mahadasha, that means Jupiter is becoming afflicted. In that case, you must do Jupiter remedies like wearing gold, putting turmeric in bathing water, putting a tilak on your forehead every day. These remedies will help you overcome the negative impact of the afflicted Jupiter. This Jupiter Mahadasha will last for 16 years. And now let's talk about Saturn Mahadasha. Saturn Mahadasha is really long. It comes for 19 years, and it is usually one of the toughest times that you will see in your life. However, if Saturn is well placed, the time will still be tough, but it will bring a lot of growth. It will make you a completely different person, a much better version of yourself. Saturn usually shows difficulty and test, but there are many famous people who have done really well during Saturn Mahadasha. There are many politicians who have become prime minister or presidents during Saturn Mahadasha. So, this is the potential of this Mahadasha. It can give you everything if you abide by the rules of Saturn. And Saturn wants discipline from you, Saturn wants consistency from you, Saturn wants I will not give up attitude from you. And the last thing Saturn wants is for you to respect everyone regardless of their career, regardless of their status. That is the main thing that Saturn wants. Saturn wants you to not replace things but repair them. Saturn wants you to take care of cleanliness. Saturn wants you to take care of small things that may not matter to some people. Saturn wants you to not consider anything as a menial work. A beautiful thing about Saturn Mahadasha is that it teaches you patience. And learning the lesson of patience sometimes is not easy for us. However, this lesson comes in really handy and helps you build a lot of other qualities as well. Now, if you think that you are someone who has a lot of patience and someone who is consistent, someone who doesn't give up easily, and someone who is really hardworking, then whenever Saturn Mahadasha comes, or even if it is going on, it will go smoothly as compared to those who are lazy. So, if you abide by the rules of Saturn, Saturn is going to give you nothing but good results. It is also commonly seen that some people get burdened by a lot of responsibilities during Saturn Mahadasha. And if you take care of these responsibilities really well, then Saturn also rewards you for that. That is why Saturn Mahadasha usually brings great success for those who do not give up. Now, some really beautiful remedies for Saturn are: set everyday goals and achieve them. Work out every day, go to gym every day, or do anything that is uncomfortable for you every day, like taking stairs instead of the lift. Whatever makes you uncomfortable makes Saturn happy and also makes you stronger, and that is what the goal of Saturn is. Lastly, you can also treat your servants well and be very generous while tipping them. because Saturn shows the working class people, Saturn shows the labor class people, and treating them well, not treating them with discrimination, not treating them with hatred, actually helps a lot during Saturn Mahadasha. Now let's talk about Venus Mahadasha. Venus Mahadasha is the longest Mahadasha. It is 20 years long, and it is a period of comfort and luxuries and whatnot. However, the placement of Venus always matters. Venus is a planet of beauty, of aesthetics, a planet of comfort, a planet of love. So, all these themes get activated in your life during Venus's Mahadasha. You will suddenly find yourself living a more comfortable life as soon as Venus Mahadasha starts. You will find yourself enjoying the material pleasures, and some people may also become a little lazy during this Mahadasha. Therefore, this Mahadasha is not really ideal for career growth because it will make you take a back seat, it will make you relax a lot, which is not good for your career. So, however, this Mahadasha will enhance the wealth in your life. The wealth will come from anywhere. It will just come in your life. Relationships will also become harmonious, especially your romantic relationships. But your expenses will also increase because you would like to do a lot of shopping during this period. It's all right because the wealth will not cease. Venus will take care of the income flow as well. Some good news in the family may also occur, and your personality will become more pleasant. Your speech will become more pleasant, and you will be drawn towards aesthetics a lot. In case if Venus is afflicted in your chart, then it may lead to diabetes or other health issues. It can also lead to multiple relationships or extramarital relationships. Therefore, doing remedies for Venus becomes essential. The most important remedy for Venus is dress up very well every morning. Also apply some perfume because you don't just need to look good but also smell good, because Venus is the pleasure of all senses, not just eyes but also your nose. Another thing that you can do is to keep your life partner happy. If you're in a relationship, just keep your partner happy. That will enhance your Venus. And the last thing is rest well, because Venus wants comfort for you. So, if you take enough sleep, if you rest well, then Venus becomes healthy. Now, let's talk about another very important Mahadasha, which is Mercury Mahadasha. Mercury is one of the most important planet in your birth chart because it represents your brain, it represents your intellect, it represents how you think. Mercury is your curiosity, Mercury is your knowledge, your practical knowledge, in fact, and Mercury is your street smart attitude. It is also your sense of humor, and Mercury is your sense of haggling, how you negotiate. So, all these things are really important to have a successful career in this period, especially. Therefore, Mercury becomes one of the most important planet. Mercury Mahadasha is 17 years long, and this Mahadasha is usually beneficial because Mercury is a benefic planet. However, Mercury is a planet that is highly influenced by other planets, especially those who sit with Mercury. So, if Mercury is sitting next to a planet which is really malefic, then Mercury may turn slightly malefic in nature. However, if Mercury sits neighboring to the benefic planets, then the benefic nature of those planets is reflected in the Mercury Mahadasha as well. Mercury is a planet that represents your business, new opportunities, your intellect. Mercury also shows traveling. So, the more you travel, your Mercury becomes more positive because when you travel, you learn new things, you meet with new people, and you communicate. Mercury is really closely connected with your communication. The way you speak, the way you communicate your feelings shows everything about the status of Mercury in your birth chart. Those having really strong Mercury are really good communicators. They may even be good at writing, they may even be good at singing. They basically communicate their feelings really well with the world. and they are really good at persuading others. They are good at negotiating deals. However, if Mercury is weak, then you become really influenced by others, and you may not be able to use your own intellect in a situation. You would depend on others' opinion, and sometimes the decision making may go wrong. In order to make your Mercury really positive, and in order to make your Mercury Mahadasha bring a lot of benefits to you, the very first thing that you must do is work on your communication skills. Learn a new word each day, learn a new language. That will make your Mercury a whole lot better. Another thing that you can do is plant more trees, because Mercury is associated with green color. Therefore, all the flora comes under Mercury. So, planting more trees, taking care of plants, walking barefoot in the grass are excellent remedies to make your Mercury Mahadasha give positive results. Mercury is also a really fast planet, so you make spontaneous decisions during Mercury Mahadasha. Also, your job may become in a way that you may need to travel a lot in order to work, because Mercury likes constant movement just like moon. Therefore, if you are in a job where you have to constantly move or where you have to travel, then during Mercury the Mahadasha you will flourish a lot. Mercury is a playful planet. It brings out the child in you. So, if you are into a career where you may have to do a lot of comedy, or if you are into a singing career where basically you have to communicate your feelings, these careers also flourish a lot during Mercury Mahadasha. No matter what career you are in, communication is a part of almost all the career fields that are there. So, therefore, Mercury becomes important for everybody. And if you are under Mercury Mahadasha, then you must try all the remedies that I just mentioned. In case your Mercury is afflicted, the classic symptoms will be having a foggy mind, unable to take decisions, overthinking, and lack of creativity. Now let's talk about Rahu Mahadasha. Rahu is one of the shadow planets, and it is one of the most powerful planets in your birth chart. Rahu is said to give rapid growth to those in whose birth chart it is well placed. So if you have a good Rahu in your birth chart, Rahu Mahadasha will bring you sudden success without much hard work. However, it is also seen that the success given by Rahu usually doesn't last. So by the time Rahu Mahadasha ends, the success also ends if it is not taken care of properly. Rahu will also bring you a lot of shortcuts in life, and maybe a lot of people will meet you who will not be good for you. The people who will not give you good advice, the people who will actually ask you to take a shortcut. Now it is your morality and your decision making whether you want to accept their offer or not. But Rahu does reward shortcuts. However, if you take a shortcut and if you earn through it, if your wealth enhances through something which is not ethical, then by the end of Rahu Mahadasha, your fall will be even faster than your growth. So, you must avoid everything that comes without efforts. Rahu will give you two-faced friends. It will give you a lot of opportunities, but you have to pick the good ones, and the good ones will be less. Some people also get cheated in love during their Rahu Mahadasha, and the relationship that starts during Rahu Mahadasha also don't last long. But Rahu also gets you married. So for a lot of people, Rahu Mahadasha brings marriage, especially if Rahu is sitting in their 7th house. In order to make your Rahu positive and take better decisions during Rahu Mahadasha, you can try pranayam, which is deep breathing exercises every morning. You must also avoid taking your phone to your bathroom, and you must avoid scrolling for long hours. You must limit your screen time. That is the best remedy for Rahu. Now let's talk about Ketu Mahadasha. Ketu is a planet of detachment. It is a planet that asks you to let go of unnecessary things. These unnecessary things can be unnecessary people, unnecessary relationships, um, probably some things in your career that you may have to let go of, probably some of your habits that you may have to let go of. But letting go of is always uncomfortable, which makes Ketu a malefic planet, because Ketu makes you uncomfortable by asking you to letting go of a few things which are related to the house that Ketu is sitting in. So, no matter wherever Ketu sits, but whenever Ketu Mahadasha will come, you will have to leave some things willingly or unwillingly. Ketu is a deeply spiritual planet and triggers your transformation. And if you try to resist that transformation, that is when things become difficult for you. However, if you go with the flow, if you accept the changes that are coming in your life, in that case, Ketu Mahadasha can become really smooth, and Ketu may even give you really great results. Ketu can sometimes give excellent results and make a person a millionaire all of a sudden. But the person has to be spiritually inclined, and usually it is seen that only the people who do not expect anything get everything out of Ketu. However, if you keep expecting things, nothing will happen. So, Ketu is a planet of anti manifestation. You don't have to manifest, you don't even have to think about really big results. You just have to focus on your hard work and leave the rest on the universe. That is when Ketu gives you excellent results. Now, Ketu period is usually uncomfortable and it makes you prone to accidents. It makes you prone to some small cuts, wounds, injuries. So you need to drive really carefully during Ketu Mahadasha. Some of the really good remedies for Ketu Mahadasha are, first of all, doing charitable acts. You can also do a digital detox 1 hour every day. So 1 hour every day you need to stay away from your phone. And that hour should not be the hour when you're sleeping. It should be your awake hour. Another thing that you can do is feed the dogs if that is possible for you. So feeding dogs is always a good remedy for Ketu. Having a pet dog usually makes your Ketu positive if you are taking good care of that pet. So these were 9 planets and 9 Mahadashas. I hope this video will help you navigate through your Mahadashas very easily. Still, if you have more questions or any other doubts, you can visit indastro.com and you can browse through a lot of reports that are available and get your birth chart analysis done as soon as possible. You can also book a consultation call with our expert astrologers. So I will see you in the next video. Meanwhile, go visit Indastro and explore all our services. Namaste. Jai Shri Ram.